Welcome back, everybody, to another beer review. Tonight, we are taking a special look at a beer that was surprise delivered to my doorstep today. I should have known when I got the email notification, UPS, that it had to have been something from none other than Joe Senegaglia from Joe's Arcade. Huge shout out to you, bro. I did say hashtag stroking, hashtag will PayPal. So just hit me with an amount. I'm happy to do that. But yeah, anyways, this is none other than another beer from Treehouse, but this time it's not an IPA. It is a stout, and it is their double shot coffee or espresso stout. So this beer was released, I want to say, just about a week ago, and Joe's got mad hookups, but this is double shot, and it is made with a Colombia El Novado, El Novado coffee, 7.6% alcohol by volume. The actual description on the back is lengthy, but they talk a little bit about the coffee and the aromas and flavors that they experience, which I think is nice to get a brewer's note. In the same token, they talk about how long they've been working on this beer. And it's been 2 years that they've been refining and going back to the drawing board and just, trying to make the perfect coffee stout. And you know what? I've had single shot, and I remember it being, it was good, but I don't remember it just blowing my mind. But I've heard great things about this one, so huge shout out to Joe for sending this my way for review and imbibing pleasures. I am beyond excited. This one pours out actually that's pretty dark. That's darker than some of the stouts I've been drinking lately, and I guess there's something to be said for a 7.6% coffee stout. As you can see, there is probably the fluffiest, pillowy, finger and a half worth of mocha khaki head. Look at those bubbles. I don't know if you can kind of see it down in the glass. It is just soapy and seriously leaving resin, dark film resin all over the glass. You can't see through it. Proper glassware. Thanks. Shout out to Mark's here for that. I'm really excited. I gotta dive in. I can already smell the coffee and the chocolate right away. Wow. I'm serving this, just chilled briefly in the fridge for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Wow. The amount of coffee I'm getting on this is insane. It's met with like this chocolatey espresso roast. If you've ever been to your local roastery or favorite local coffee shop, when they are actually doing roasting early on in the morning, it smells like freshly roasted beans that are just coming down the roaster. It's truly pretty insane. I do get like this I don't know, sort of tart, citrusy, dark fruity note. Definitely some roasted malt character. Some chocolate, molasses. Honestly smells insane for a 7.6% stout. So let's go ahead and get into the taste. Cheers, and thank you so much again, Joe. Appreciate it. Really my first Treehouse stout. I mean, on camera. That Good Morning. It's pretty damn good. I think this is like the base beer for Good Morning. This or triple shot. Okay. To put this into perspective, I've never had a coffee beer that features coffee so prominently, yet is so smooth and so balanced, so creamy. I mean, there is this like dark fruit, plum, date, almost like cherry tobacco-y notes. I definitely do get this rich molasses and brown sugar and chocolate, deep freshly roasted espresso or coffee. Absolutely, seriously nuts. I'm pretty dumbfounded. This typically, I believe, was growlers only, and this is the second or third iteration of bottles, and I think each bottle has featured a different actual coffee, so that's pretty cool. I can't imagine. They do say refrigerate, do not cellar. Really, really cool. I will say on the back, they say they experience flavors and aromas of chocolate, maple brown sugar, fresh espresso, and a hint of cherry. It's interesting. The perfect companion after dinner. Yeah, this would be something I'm going to be sipping all night. Really, really, really pleased to have gotten this. So, it's hard to rate. I don't typically seek out just coffee beers. They're usually coffee with chocolate or coffee with vanilla or coffee and maple syrup or something like that. So, to get such a prominent coffee nose and taste is awesome. I don't know if you guys know, at Christmas I got a Chemex. So I don't know if you've ever owned a Chemex, but it's basically a glass coffee brewing vessel that is made for pour overs, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. Sorry, I just got a text in. Anyways, so yeah, this is a pretty great beer to imbibe in. I do want to let you guys know, if you don't know already, on May 11th, my wife and I lost our 2 daughters to be right around 18 weeks, and they didn't make it. They suffered not very long of a battle, but they're in heaven now. So Maven and Macy, this beer is kind of dedicated to them. I'm not going to go on too much longer about it, but I just wanted you guys to at least know, so you're not in October saying, hey, we're the kiddos, why aren't you doming beers with them? Well, that's why. So I think this is a perfectly celebratory, commemorative beer. It's damn near perfect to me. The one thing I'll always stress with Treehouse is mouthfeel. Like, it's like velvet. It's viscous. It's creamy. It doesn't feel heavy on the palate, but yet it feels full. I don't really know how to explain it. And yet the character is rich. The flavors are rich. It doesn't just dissipate instantly after you swallow. I know there's so many. That's what she said. So it's a beer from Treehouse too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like a 98 on this one. I think it's probably my favorite pure coffee beer that I've had. I've never experienced coffee flavor in a beer like this, and wow, I hope to try their other roasts that they put in these. This is just absolutely freaking bewildering. Kind of rambling, but so often with coffee stouts, you get a clash between the roast and the over-roasted nature of the coffee, where it becomes bitter and black and it tastes almost burnt. Kind of like I know people like Starbucks, but if you go to Starbucks and you order their dark roast, it tastes like burning ashtray to me. There's no real true flavor. Now, if you go to like a local roastery, I can't even think of, Dark Matter in Chicago, Peace in Chicago, or not Peace, that's in Minnesota, Intelligentsia, or God, what's the one in Sump Roasters or Stumptown? Yeah, that's the one. Anyways, you'll know kind of what I'm talking about with the good quality coffee, and this definitely is featuring such. So support your local roasteries, support your local breweries, keep drinking great craft beer, because there's too much shitty stuff out there. So life's too short. Cheers.